If you've never left a comment, feel free to do so. Ooh, we sold something. Here I am wrapping up the video. Let's see what it was. Hey guys, Jessica here. You know me as Resell to Ride. Today we're going to go over what sold. We've had a pretty decent sales week. Not a lot of items, but a couple of really good items. So you guys may notice something missing in the background behind me if you've watched our most recent videos where I've filmed here in Zena's office. So if you know what it is, you know. If not, you're going to find out here in a little bit. So anyway, we've had, let's see, how many orders have we had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 orders since Wednesday afternoon, like late afternoon, because I didn't drop off post office that day or packages that day until it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So not bad, 11 orders in less than 48 hours, so not bad at all. But let's get started. Our first item is actually not a huge sale, but surprising because it's almost April, but sold a Nike beanie. This sold for $6.99. Good bread and butter item. You see these things all the time at the Goodwill bins, super duper cheap, or at yard sales, get them for a quarter or whatever. So $6.99, not bad at all. Now I will note, you guys may be able to hear a little snorting in the background. We are babysitting Zena's parents' dogs for a couple of weeks. It's a Frenchie and 2 little Chihuahuas, so if they start barking, I apologize. But the Frenchie Echo, he's a sweet boy, but he snorts around the house all day long, so you may be able to hear it, and I apologize if you do, but he's a sweetheart, so they're roaming around. But let's move on over to our next sale. Is actually a really cool one. I think I mentioned it in a video recently when we were in Omaha. Zena picked up a Union Pacific duffel bag, and I said, oh yeah, we sold that that mug. We actually hadn't sold that mug yet. I thought that we had for some reason, but it actually did sell now. So this one, let's see, I may need to put my hand behind it. I'll put a good picture on the screen for you guys. This is a Union Pacific police dispatch mug. So this is like crossover, great. It's train collectors, mug collectors, police department, law enforcement, anything like that. I think it says police department on the front. I thought this one said, I think we have a different one maybe that is a sheriff's office specifically, but pretty cool police dispatch for Union Pacific trains. This sold for $18.69, which means I must have sent out an offer on it. So, because it's kind of a weird number, but $18.69, not bad at all on that one. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, so our next item is something that's been in the store forever. I just recently started ending and doing an end and sell similar on some items that have been in the store for the absolute longest. I've been kind of letting them sit in that old status for a while, but running sales on them, normally around 20 to 25% off sale. And a lot of it's been sitting, so I decided to end and sell similar, and this sold. So this is a 2-pack of Game Boy Advance games. It is The Lion King 1.5 and Ice Age. I just put together 2 kids games, and they've been here for a while. They sold for $12.99, so not bad at all. So definitely helped to end and sell similar on these. So if you've got stuff that's been sitting forever and ever, try that. Make sure you sell similar. Don't end and relist. It does not create a new item number. It doesn't bump it up to the top. You have to end and sell similar. But this is proof that it works. So $12.99 on those out the door, and who knows how much we paid for them. It's been so long since we got them, but anyway, glad to see those go for sure. Our next 2 items are actually were actually purchased by the same person, and they are parts to the same toy. It's parts for a vintage toy that I had actually purchased at a yard sale from another reseller. And he had this toy, what was it called? It's called the Big Track. So it's like a, kind of looks like a tank, and it has buttons on top with numbers, and you program it how you want it to drive wherever it's going to drive. So I bought it from him. I think I paid $10 for it. The only issue that I could find that it had, I did test it, it did work. The only problem was the battery door on the bottom, on the body of the toy. The little loop where the battery door snapped in was broken. So there was nothing wrong with the battery door. It was just the toy itself, the body of it was broken. So I had actually put it into my antique booth for, I think, $50, and it had 2 manuals. I had 2 manuals that were in great condition with it, which you normally don't find the manuals. It was interesting that I had 2, but it sat there forever and just would not sell. I finally said, forget it. I'm going to take it home, and I pulled it apart, and I have sold all but, I think I have 1 part left, which is a top piece to it. But so I had a customer come in yesterday and buy, these are rails. They go along the side of it like this, and the wheels would be right here. I've already sold the wheels. I've sold both manuals, sold for about $18, $15 to $18 a piece. Those sold first. I sold those, the wheels. I sold the axles with the wheels. I made that one set. I've sold several body parts. The battery door sold for $15 to $18, somewhere in that range. And then these sold, so these are the rails that, like covers over the wheels. These sold for $11.52 on an offer. And then they also bought this. This sat down in the battery compartment, and like C-cell batteries went in like this. So this keeps them in line with the contacts in there. And this sold for $14.39. So I have made way more money on that toy just by parting it out. I've made so much more money. I've easily made $100 now at this point off of that toy, when it's really only worth like 50 to 60 intact. So really happy with that. I'm going to combine shipping for the customer on this because they were an offer. The shipping doesn't automatically combine, so I'll have to go in and probably give them a little bit of a refund, but I'll make sure to do that for them. So really cool. I'm down to only 1 part left from that thing, and I think I have it listed for around 18 to 20, maybe $22. So not a bad deal at all. Our next item is a hat. We've got this Wilson hat. It's kind of like I don't know if you guys can see the texture. It's kind of like a waffle knit kind of texture. Really lightweight. Pretty cool little hat. That sold for $7.99. Hats. You guys know I've been saying I'm trying to pick up items that are $15, $20 or more, only with a really high sell-through rate. Hats are something that are super easy that Xena can do in her time off. She works a full-time job, and on the weekends, if she has time, she'll sit down, and while I'm working, she'll let me go off and do my thing, and she'll sit and take photos of hats and load them up for me, and she gets them clean, and this is a product of that. So it's something simple that she can do. It's not real high dollar, but they're good bread and butter items. You'll see we've got a couple more hats going out today. Out of 11 items, we've got 3 hats. So $7.99 on that one, not bad at all. Something we got it probably at the bins. Let's see, our next item is a VHS. Now, this is a Batman Returns VHS. Every time I go out, we find VHS. There's always Batman, Batman Forever, Batman Returns. I feel like I never find, not Batman Returns, Batman and Robin. But Batman Returns, the second one, I feel like I have a hard time finding this one. It sold for $3.99, which is not much, and it's in excellent condition, but I don't know. I don't know why I sold it for $3.99, but I do feel like this is the harder one to find. I probably should have lotted them together and sold it as a set, but whatever. It is what it is. I listed it who knows how long ago. It doesn't show me here on the screen. I don't see when it was that I had listed it, but it's been around for quite some time. This is another one that I did an end and sell similar on, and now it's out the door, so not mad at it. Glad it's gone. I'll do $3.99 is like nothing, I feel like, on eBay, but it is what it is. I'm gonna just keep rambling and talk bad about myself. All right, so up next, this is something that we picked up in Omaha. This is a Omaha, Nebraska Storm Chasers. This is a baseball team, I do believe, there. I had to post this in a small group that we have, and thank goodness for our Nebraska friends. Steve from Happy Heart Treasures was able to help me identify this. I was doing Google Lens and could not find it. And he said, oh, that's a Storm Chaser. So I was able to find it pretty quickly after that, and this sold for $12.99. We picked this up at the Goodwill bins there in Omaha, Nebraska. Let's see, up next is another hat, our third hat for the day. This one actually came from my sister. There was a garage sale down the street from her in her neighborhood, and she called me and said, hey, these people have all these hats, and they are new with tags. And she said, do you want them? And I said, well, how much? And she said they were asking $3, I think it was $3 a piece, and I said, ask them if they'll do $2 each for all of them. And they did. They took it. So we ended up with, I think, 12 or 15 hats, something like that. It was a pretty decent amount of hats for $2 a piece. And this one, I think this is our last one. The rest have all sold. Somebody actually came in and bought 5 or 6 of them at once, asked me if I would make them a deal, and I did. That was really early on. So this one's actually been, that was last year, maybe? It may have been longer ago than that. This one has been in the store for quite some time. So, but another product of my end and sell similar. I mean, that was not intended to be the topic of this video, but it's turning into it. So this was another one of my end and sell similars that finally sold. So new at tags, this sold for $8.49. I must have sent out an offer on it as well because I don't price anything at $8.49. So really cool. Excited to see the last one of those out the door. Really, really cool. And I think my sister will be happy to see that we were successful with those. So we've got 2 items left, and the last one's going to be what's missing back there. So I'm really excited about it. This one I actually just found not too long ago. You guys saw I went to a Goodwill. I normally don't go to Goodwills. It was the one that said on the thumbnail, I took it to management. That was the day that I found a hypodermic needle in the pocket of a pair of old Levi's. But that day I found a bag of toys. Most Goodwills around here don't have bagged toys, but that one does. And this was in a bag of toys. I was actually looking at that bag because it had a Ninja Turtle in it, and I thought, oh, we could put that in our booth. And I started kind of, you know, moving stuff around in there, and I saw this and didn't think much of it, but I did a Google Lens on it, and these sell pretty well. I sold this for $13.99. It doesn't have batteries in it right now, but when you pull the little trigger, his mouth opens, the flashlight inside comes on, and he, like, purrs. He's like, "Arrgh." I can't do it. That was terrible. But yeah, like I said, this sold for $13.99, and it sold with just in a couple of weeks. I just listed this maybe 2 weeks ago. So if you see these, it's made by Fisher-Price. It's really cute. It has a few little paint marks on it, but you know, from getting banged around with other toys. But yeah, really super cute. I don't know if they make other animals of these, but keep an eye out for them because they have a really good sell-through rate. All right, now moving on to our next item. It's a large item. It's also a pretty, in my opinion, relatively high dollar item. A while back, a couple of months ago, Zena and I did a private pick, and we talked about our private pick in a video. I think it's titled Our First Private Pick. And this is actually what started the whole process. So Zena found some stuff on Facebook Marketplace, contacted the lady and said, hey, we're interested. We'd like to buy these. When we met up with her, Zena made another side deal with her for some Smurf glasses that we've actually already sold a bunch of in our booth, which is really exciting. Somebody bought 6 of those Smurf collector glasses from us for $6 a piece in our booth. What did we pay? We paid $40 for a box of 41 glasses. And we've sold those 6, and I think we sold 1 or 2 others, but what is that? 6 times 6 is $36. So if we've sold at least 2 more, we're in the profit on those already. But so what started the deal was a My Buddy and Kid Sister doll. And if you guys have been paying attention back here, there's been a Kid Sister doll. And I actually already boxed it up last night because I wanted to get it done and out of the way because Fridays are real hectic for me. I have to pull and pack orders. I have to edit whatever video I'm editing for Saturday. And then I also have to get some listings done and cook dinner for Zena because I like to make sure she has food ready as close to ready as I can when she gets home from work. So she works really hard all day, and that's the least I can do for her. So was it last night, or I think, yeah, last night this sale came through, and you can see, look at that. That is a big box. This is it an extra large Home Depot heavy duty large box, and it's like there's probably 2 inches of cushion all the way around it, and then I did cushion underneath and on top. I actually wrapped the entire box in cardboard because it's pretty not flimsy, but it's old. It's from the 80s, 1986 Kid Sister doll, and that sold for $119.99. We paid $50 for the pair, and I'm gonna check real quick. Let me look on my phone real quick. I'm gonna check and see how much we sold the My buddy actually shipped out, oh gosh, a couple of weeks ago, I think. Let me see, my buddy sold on March 13th. So yeah, a couple of weeks ago, and it sold for $184.99. Now, we did not think we were going to make that much on them. When we first comped them out, we thought it was going to be maybe $150 total on both of them, but because we had the only 2 in box, I actually waited a while to post those, to list them, and I guess I waited just long enough because nobody had the Kid Sister doll in box. Now the box was open, both of them, the lids were opened, but the dolls had never been removed from the cardboard. They still had the little strap around their neck and around their legs that holds them to the cardboard, so they had never actually been pulled off of that and played with. They had just been opened. The boxes both had some damage. The My Buddy doll, I'll put a picture on the screen of the My Buddy and of this Kid Sister for you guys to see. The My Buddy doll, his window was very, very yellowed, but the key with him that we were able to get that extra money is his hair color and his outfit coloring. He was the one that Chucky, the movie Chucky, the scary movie Chucky, he's the one that it was modeled off of. So I had the right color schemes. I made sure to put Chucky in the title as a keyword. It was the very last thing in the title I put. And I think that might have helped him sell. So make sure that if you have something that you know kind of has a crossover to it, make sure you try to include that in the description or in the title if you can. And it might help. So I actually was able to price both of them a little bit higher because nobody had that specific model of My Buddy doll listed at the time with that hair color, because there is a blonde version, there's different skin tones, things like that. Same with the Kid Sister doll. There's a brunette, there's an African American one, there's they have different clothing colors, different outfits and things like that. So if you have the right one, you can price it a little bit higher. And I was lucky enough that nobody else had either one of them on the market at the time in the box. So with their original packaging and all that. Kid Sister actually even has her pamphlet. There was like an advertisement pamphlet when you first opened the lid. It was right there. Or maybe it was one of them had it. I can't remember which, but one of them had it. Yeah, it had never been messed with. I opened it and looked at it because it was just cool to see the old advertisements. But anyway, I'm rambling about these dolls, so really excited to sell those. We got way more out of them than we thought we did. This one's actually, Kid Sister's actually going to Canada, so that's really cool. So I really just have to worry about getting it to the distribution center, the eBay distribution center for international sales in, I believe it's Illinois. So glad it's already packed and ready to go. I'm so glad that I packed that last night, so I didn't have to think about it today, but anyway, guys, great sales, couple of days of sales. This Saturday, the 30th, the day before Easter, we are going to have a sale over on Dibdit. If you guys haven't come over and checked out Dibdit yet, it's a lot of fun. We just did a raid train on Tuesday. Started off with Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, and then myself, and then ADH Dave, and then who went after him? Biggs Collectibles, and then we rounded it out with SCG Comics. Everybody sold comics. It was a really good time. I did pretty well with that. So if you're into that kind of stuff, they don't do just comics. We just happen to do a big comics raid train. But Saturday we're going to sell pop culture items, including toys, plush, collectibles from the 80s and 90s, whatever we can find that we have in our death pile. That's just been hanging out, waiting to go to our booth. We're going to put it on Dibdit this Saturday. We'll probably do a 1-hour slot, so probably have about 40 items up for auction. So if you're interested in that, make sure you come check it out. Just go to dibdit.com and make your profile. If you want to purchase a buy it now item, I do have a code resell to ride, just like my name is spelled on YouTube. Put that in at checkout and you'll get a $5 credit, and then I'll get a little $5 credit bonus as well to spend on Dibdit. So definitely go do that if you're interested. I do have buttons, keychains, and stickers for sale on there that are buy it now, so you can use that $5 credit to get those. I have them listed at $5, and you get 2 stickers and a keychain, or two stickers and a button. I did just get some new stickers yesterday that are bigger. They're like 3-inch stickers, so I'll be sure to get those loaded in as well. So make sure you go check that out, guys. Yeah, great day of sales. Just wanted to share it with you because that Kid Sister doll's been sitting back there for a few weeks now, and you guys have probably seen it in the videos, so I thought it would be cool to share with you guys that that one did sell, and that the other one sold as well. So really exciting stuff. Yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up there because I got a lot of work to do. If you would, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share our videos. If you've never shared a video, it really helps us out quite a bit. And of course, it gets us out to more people. And so, yeah, we appreciate your guys' support. We've got a lot of really sweet, nice messages from you guys, from some of you guys lately. So if you've never left a comment, feel free to do so. Ooh, we sold something. Here I am wrapping up the video. Let's see what it was. What did we sell? Come on, update. Oh, it's something that sold on an offer, waiting for payment. Ooh, it's a camera. An Olympus VR 340. I actually just got this recently. We haven't put a video out from it yet. We went to our state fairgrounds had a flea market, an indoor flea market. It was free to enter, and it was just a bunch of vendors. So I need to check into it, see if I can sell at it next time they have it. But we picked up these 2 digital cameras from a guy and a box full of CDs for $89. He wanted 100. I said 80. He said 90. We had 89 cash left on us. So we gave him 89 cash. We got 2 digital cameras, and that's the second one to sell. The first one sold last week, I think it was, for $40. And this one sold for $59.39, which I'll put on the screen for you guys. It is an Olympus VR 430, like I said, digital camera. I had to order a battery and a battery charger for it. It had a battery, but the battery charger came with a battery, so the buyer gets a bonus brand new battery and battery charger. So willing to spend that $10 to get the battery and charger just to make the sale, and it worked. So $59.39 on that one, and I think it was right around $40 on the other, so we've already made our money back on that deal. But anyways, enough rambling. Love you guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.